What card box or blackboard cards?
So at the moment we're doing an exhibition with Ciara Phillips, and Ciara is turning our galleries into a series of different kinds of print workshops, and so we need to set up the galleries as studios.
In the upstairs space we're going to have a large table for printing textiles, and then in the downstairs gallery we're going to have like a simple setup for printing onto paper. And then I have various different people who are local coming to work with me in the space to make some collaborative things together. The show is it's starting with mural paintings, which is what we're doing today, and then I produced a number of screen prints that are going to be hung on top of that. And there will be an element of the show where things kind of accumulate over the duration of the project when I work with other people, and then things kind of get added into the space. So it'll change, but I don't know how yet, because that's really determined by who's going to come work with me and the kinds of things that we talk about.
And Ciara's very interested in this idea of you don't just work with people as an end in itself, you work with people to make art. So that the fact that she then has control and influence and direction and editorial decision making in what they decide to keep and what they decide to get rid of, what they add to the exhibition and hang and it becomes part of the show and what doesn't. For her that's very important because it's about collaborating towards making art rather than just collaborating in a way as a form of social work.
She very much came across to me as someone who wanted to insert herself into the group and work as an equal component within the group and not be a facilitator or a leader within the group. She was almost there to kind of help them bring out their voice and what they wanted to say without kind of leading it too much.
So over 4 weeks, it was a lovely emerging conversation about, like you say, women that inspired us. And then it was around playing with some of the paint and how that worked with the screen painting. You can look at art and think there's a whole perfect process behind it, whereas this was about playing and breaking down some of those barriers.
Yeah, a little sharper. Yeah. We're not going to cut any people because blood is not proof, so.
Nice, perfect.
Huzzah!
So,
Yes, I can get it all right. You
You want
take Jeremy
to-
Corbin. We go. Pants.
oh, we need more ink.
Need more ink.
Yeah.
It was really great to make new connections in our community, in the city as well, people I would never normally meet, and to find out about their stories.
And there was like a real process to it. So everything that we were talking about, she wrote down, didn't she, and then put up on the walls. And that was really cool because it was alongside all of the other groups that we didn't meet through that process, but you got a sense of what they were also talking about.
I've always enjoyed working with other people, and so that's something that I've really cared about and wanted to do since I was a teenager. And I've done it in lots of different ways, and working with other groups really is just about me also learning something about different kinds of communities and what they're campaigning for, what they care about, and using a process of making something together to make that happen, to kind of mediate the discussion and to try and do something together.
It was quite daunting in a way because we didn't know what to expect.
But what was really good, I think, as well, was whatever we said, Ciara was able to take it from our minds and actually work with it straight away.
It's context specific, so it's related to the place, it's related to this place, it's related to Plymouth and the people who are here, and that's like in every place that I do it, it's a new kind of learning for me as an artist, that it's different communities of people.
You know, maybe you're the type of person that goes to art galleries often, maybe you're the type of person who doesn't, but when you take a cause like this and you pair it with the art, it makes it so much more
It's dynamic,
accessible.
it hits the eye,
yeah.
doesn't it?
And so it's just getting that message out through art. You kind of reach other people that you wouldn't normally reach.
Over the top of the screen, so it's on floor.
So if I go over here,
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna have to head out not too distant because I have a branch meeting for my sins. I should pity me, yes, quite.